So I grew up right on the banks of the Mississippi River. When I was 15 years old, I started shell diving, and through the years I worked on barges, commercial fish, and all these different experiences led me to see a real problem. So much garbage out there. So I thought if no one else is doing it, I will. Well, my name is Chad Pergracke, and I work on cleaning up America's rivers. So the name of the organization is Living Lands and Waters. Organization just started with one little boat like that, and here we are 20 years later. We've worked with over 98,000 volunteers to remove just shy of 10 million pounds of garbage out of America's rivers. Everything we're pulling out, whether it's a piece of steel or it's a plastic bottle or it's a battery, everything has its proper place where it needs to go. Most everything can be recycled and should be. So behind me, that's home, basically, for about 9 months a year. Last season, we did 213 events in 12 states. We go city to city, town to town, and travel throughout mainly the Midwest, the Mississippi River or its tributaries, set up community cleanups, anywhere from 1,200 to 6 people. I feel like we're making a pretty good difference. I feel like Alternative Spring Break is one of the best programs that we have. I want to say we've had over 100 different colleges, universities come in the last 10 years. I'm inspired by all these different students that choose to come here, and they could have went 1,000 other places, but they come to help us clean up the river. Everything we pull out is then sorted out and recycled. If they're batteries, we crate them up, put them on there, we take them to a battery recycling center. So the good news is, with batteries, 99% are actually recycled. It's the other 1%, which doesn't sound like that much, but it's a lot. But if everybody does their part, we can make a big difference. So what drew me to the Responsible Battery Coalition is pretty simple, is that I believe in the mission. I mean, doing the right thing with a battery is, can anybody dispute that? No. They need to be recycled. Otherwise, you find them in places just like this.
The coalition was created to jumpstart collaboration between manufacturers, recyclers, sellers, and users to ensure that current and future batteries are well managed across their life cycles. To do that means taking a holistic approach, looking across the entire life cycle of a battery, from the raw material sourcing to the manufacturing to the transport, the sell, the use, the reuse, and ultimately the recovery and recycling of batteries.
It's a perfect fit. Chad sees himself as the reactive side of the equation and sees us as the proactive side. The next technology is coming, some of it's even here, but the life cycle management part might be missing in some places. The coalition will have the best and brightest experts right there working with them to help solve these problems. We want to bring Chad in and help us with education efforts. The people who are going to be working on environmental issues for the next 20 or 30 years, we want to give Chad a vehicle to influence them.
Chad is authentic, and that's hard to find. And so being able to partner with Chad for somebody who is as passionate about the work that he does is an incredible find for us.
2, 3, one of the challenges he's given us is that he simply wants to stop finding batteries in his work.
I think it's all the small things you do, one by one, that add up to big things. Like, the river doesn't get cleaned just like boom, it's like, it's little by little. That's how you do it.